The people who know will know. The people who align will align. The things in your life that are meant for you will be in your life. The things that are a gift to you in this lifetime, you cannot get rid of. The things that are meant to derail you, distract you, you will never fully actually have. And you will spend all your attention, focus, and energy chasing those things. So we're gonna go back to the beginning. Is this the frame? Yeah, this is the frame. Why not? It's a truck. We're gonna pause, get a truck. Alright. We're back. We're ready. And 3, 2, there's another truck. Okay, we're just gonna go. 3, 2, hello, and welcome. If you're new here, you're everybody, because I deleted everything that I had up before. So if you recognize me, welcome back. You can't find any of my old shit. That's okay. We're starting over. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. We're gonna just dive right in with like a little story time, get up to speed, and just kind of quick dive over the lessons and integration and like this whole cycle of life and this whole like evolve or repeat type shit. But like we're gonna just get to the point where we understand what this is, why we're here, and what we're gonna learn together. So, my name is E. Welcome. If this resonates, awesome. Stick around, hang out. We'll figure some shit out together. We'll fuck around. We'll find out. It'll happen. It's inevitable. That is life. And it can feel really overwhelming. It can feel really lonely, confusing, and frustrating. And that's part of it. It's part of learning, integrating, understanding, and it's a whole big cycle. Let me pause. I'm getting ahead of myself. Quick background on me. I don't do shit the normal way. I do shit my way. And that's okay. And everybody's here to do shit their way. If you're anything like me, you be knowing some shit. And you don't know how you know it. You don't know why you know it. You just know that you know. And there's the part of you that knows. And then there's the part of you that's like, but that's not fucking real. Like, what the hell? And then it actually happens and you're like, oh, I knew this though, what? And that intuition has a bit of a disconnection. For me, it's like, do I actually trust myself? What's anxiety? What's intuition? What do I actually know? What's happening? Everybody's here for a reason. Everybody's here for a divine purpose. And mine, I'm following. We're gonna figure out the calling. And so if you're on a journey too, to like figure out what you're here for, why you're doing what you're doing, why you're called to the things that you're called for, this is the beginning for me. And we're going to just kind of document this shit because it's about to unfold. We just hit a new point where this new chapter is unfolding and it's gonna be brilliant. You just have to believe, trust, and go for shit. And fortune favors the bold. So here we are. I'm coming at you from San Jose, California. I lived in Pennsylvania for like 23 years of my life, and I found this job. I was offered this job to work for a startup remotely, and they are based here in San Jose. I pushed to be relocated, and I did. I relocated here to San Jose for, is that true? Not for. I used this employment to move across the country because I've always wanted to live in California, and now I do, but drum roll, please. I now no longer work for that company as of today. I was fired today. No, I wasn't fired today. The position that I held at the company I was with was terminated. And I am now unemployed. Everything in my life has aligned up until this point in time, and it just keeps unfolding as we need to. I'm gonna keep this one quick because it's just the story time of how we're here now and what we're doing. You know who you are. You know what you're called here to do. When you actually take the time to cut the distractions, to forget about other people's opinions, you know what you're supposed to do. You know what you want to do. You know what you're here to do. What lights you up, what gets you out of bed in the morning, what makes you push through on the days that you don't want to. And honoring that intuition will only ever bring you alignment and success. It may not feel like it in the moment. It may seem like things are crumbling, but it's one of the things about having a steady foundation in yourself and in your purpose is that if you've built something outside of that purpose, it will need to crumble in order for what is real, what is authentic to you, to be built. When you're holding on to things that are not for you, you block the things that are for you. So this is one of those moments for me of I knew this wasn't for me, but I really wanted it to be. And if you ever have one of those moments or just like a situation where you want something really bad and you convince yourself that it is gonna work and you can, push through and you don't want to. And the reason you don't want to is because it's not yours. There's, a time and place to like push through, get shit done, if you know you're anchored into the reason why you're doing something. If it's not for you, if it's not aligned, let it go. Or the universe will do it for you. So this is one of those situations where a few months ago I realized this wasn't it. If I'm being so real, when I first took the job, I knew it wasn't it. But I had this vision in my head of what I wanted it to be so badly. And I thought that if I worked hard enough, if I consciously attempted to create this reality, this what I wanted it to be, that I could do it, that I thought that I was powerful enough to make what I wanted out of the situation in front of me. Because I'm a firm believer in you only have to work with what's in front of you. Like in the 3D world, you only have to work with what is in front of you. And it's a matter of working with what's in front of you to get it out of your way, to then bring in the next stuff, the next level. And so with every evolving chapter, you bring more things into your life. This is what you have to work with. If it's not for you, don't hold on to it. It will pass. And then something that might be better suited for you will come in. I latched on. I grabbed so tightly to this idea and convinced myself that I wanted it. And at the end of the day, I knew I didn't. It just wasn't it. It wasn't it. But I kept telling myself, it is, I can make it. This is the hard part. I am learning. Just because there's friction doesn't mean it's not aligned. Just because there's friction doesn't mean it's not for me. Just because I don't want to do this, maybe it's because it's uncomfortable. Maybe I'm having this much resistance because I've never done something like this before. Maybe this is the discomfort of learning. And that's something I honestly still struggle with, is like differentiating between the discomfort of learning versus the discomfort of not being in an aligned place. And it's because I don't take the time to sit with myself and like actually acknowledge it, which is like, that's on me. I know, it's my bad. And that's where the universe will come in. And if you really start to like ask, show me what my life can look like without fear. Show me what my life looks like when I'm aligned. Allow me to let go of the limiting beliefs and the blocks in my life that are preventing me from stepping into a life that feels abundant and full of life and joyful to what I actually want. Well, be ready. Be ready. Things are clearing out. Things will clear out. And that's where it can kind of feel like shit falls apart. And that's part of just recognizing that it's all okay. When you're holding on to things so tightly, why are you holding on so tight? Do you not trust it? Do you not trust it? Why don't you trust it? Does it not feel like it's actually yours? Does it feel like if you let go a little bit, it might slip through your fingers because it's not yours? If it's actually yours and if it's actually meant for you, you will not be able to avoid it. It'll be there. At the end of every day, nagging at your thoughts. You know what you're just, I know, we all be knowing. And it's just a matter of like learning to trust it and learning to let go. More Joyce clocked me earlier today. One of my good friends, she clocked me so hard today. I was talking just about like the friction in work and how I had started this whole like bad habit of distracting myself from my current reality because of the fact that I was so uncomfortable with what I was doing. I didn't like it, I wasn't happy, and I was running from that fact because I was too afraid to face like taking actual action on it. And she clocked me with a, "I think you're scared to surrender." And I was just like, shut up. And she keeps going and is just like, "I think you're scared of surrender, and I think that you're looking to grasp onto control in any way that you can. In any way that feels safe, I think you're looking to grasp onto control." And I'm like, don't read me like that. Oh my god, you know me. I love it though. Like, you know me. Yes, bitch, that's exactly what I'm doing because I'm terrified. I like to be in control, and it's one of those things where you really actually have to challenge yourself to let go and trust that whatever is going to happen is going to happen. You are equipped to handle what is going to happen. And if you're not equipped, you are going through this to become somebody who can handle this in the future. So when that future situation comes up where you need to be able to handle yourself, guess what? You have that experience now. So about a month ago, I really felt the pull that this chapter was closing. And I started to just like mentally put a bow on things and prepare myself for this next chapter, where I just sat with, what do I want? Who am I? What am I here for? And it hit me that I've always known, and I've always been afraid. I've been afraid of the truth, and I think that that's so common. So many people know what to do, what they are capable of. So many people know, and they're scared. What if I'm wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if I lose everything? What if you get everything and it's still not enough? What if you get what you think that you want and find out that it's not what you thought it would be? I know I would rather look back and say, I bet on myself. I did that shit. I tried. I failed. I learned. I did it again. I did better. I got the fuck up. And that's my approach to things, usually. And then I catch myself in practice. Yes, I was applying to jobs for about a month now. I've been applying to other jobs, yes. Have I really been applying to other jobs in a way that's like action? I'm taking action. No. That fire, that like actual like, I'm doing this. Not there. I said to the universe a lot of stuff. We have gotten a closer relationship where I will just like crash the fuck out and be like, universe, God, what the fuck? What the fuck? And then I'll feel better, you know. Let it out. See yourself in that. Accept yourself in that. Know that it's okay to not know, and it's okay to like, you know, ask for help and shit from the universe and other people, whatever. But ask me how I really feel about that. But God hears you and sees that action. And so when you are saying one thing, you're starting to do another thing, God will push you. The universe will push you. They'll put you in a situation where it's like, you're ready. And I'm showing you that you're ready. I'm telling you, I'm showing you, you're not hearing me. When you start to take that action, that small action, the universe puts you in a position to take larger action. Oh, it's just trusting in the divine unfolding of things. You know when shit's happening. You know what you're called to do. And when you start to acknowledge that and you start to just like take little baby steps towards it, sooner than you realize, everything just starts to fall into place. A little bit more of a story about me. I digressed so hard. That's okay. Keep up, bitch. Keep up. The whole intent of this is to understand yourself, to learn more about yourself, to begin to trust the process, to let the unfolding unfold, and when God calls your name, you will listen. God called my name. He's been calling my name. I've been ignoring it. For years now, I've been ignoring it. And I can feel that. I can see it in my life. There's this gap. There's this void. And for the longest time, I would try to fill the void. Distractions, people, jobs, everything distracting from the void. Or I would do things to fill the void, but the void is not meant to be filled. The void is meant to be felt. When you actually take the time to sit with yourself and feel what is missing. For me, I was missing. The void that I was feeling was I was not here. Like me, my soul was not here because I was not listening. I was not listening to her. I'm sorry to myself for that. And I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. So, restarting this channel, restarting the podcast, I'll have more equipment. It's right there. It's right there. I just lost the SD drive, like, connector thing, and I just gotta get a new one, so, like, bear with me. I hope the audio is okay on this. I have the mic, but we'll maybe get a little one. We'll see. God's calling. Answer. Let yourself be guided. Let yourself see how good life can get when you actually start living outside of the walls that you created for yourself by telling yourself what you shouldn't do, what is okay, what isn't okay. You know what you're called to do. And that's the point I'm gonna keep hitting, is that everything that happens presents you with the opportunity to show up in your soul, as the most aligned, soul-aligned version of yourself. And when you do that, shit gets good. I initiated the conversation today, and I do think it was a mutual decision because I walked in knowing that it was my last day, and I was relieved. A, that we were on the same page. B, because when I was talking to my friend earlier today, I said, God is rearranging things in my life right now, and I'm being forced to trust the process. And, well, whatever happens in this meeting, A, I'll be okay. B, God removed from my life what is not in support of my highest self. God removed from my life the blocks, the things that are keeping me small, the things that are keeping me from my soul-aligned action. God remove the things in my life that are preventing me from achieving my purpose, from feeling like the most me I can be. And I felt that. I felt that shit in my soul. And she was coming back a little bit. She's like, yeah, that's me, bitch. I'm the one saying that. And I'm like, I got you, girl. I see you. And I said, I see you. I hear you. Let me show you that this is now a safe space for you to be. I didn't cry. I haven't cried yet. Again, I think I'm just excited to be given the permission slip to let go of what I thought I wanted. Like, I was clinging so hard to it, even up until the, like, end. Like, I would have moments where I would be like, is this just something I'm supposed to, like, is this just the next level of, like, I'm pushing through this, like, growth? Ugh. And then I'd be like, no, I just don't care. I don't like this. It's not aligned. And I just kept coming back to, it's not aligned. It does not make me feel expansive. It does not make me feel like I'm growing. I'm learning things, but am I growing? I asked for God's help. I asked her to remove things, and she did. I feel so free. The possibilities are endless. And this new chapter is just starting. So I am here, learning, fucking around, finding out, figuring shit out as we go. Like I said, this is just the beginning for me. Hang out, follow along, stick around, and we'll pull some wisdom from this shit together. We'll figure out life together, because you need community. We're not supposed to do this shit alone. And if there's anything to take away from this, is if you relate to any of it, you're not alone. There are people out there like you. We need you to be you so that we can find you. And thank you for being who you are. That is all I have to say for right now. Follow along. See where I end up. I'm excited to look back on this and be able to see it all play out. If I find any, like, relevant videos from earlier, I might pull them back up. We'll see. Like, subscribe, follow. But real though, my name's E. It's been real.